of the Empire State Building.
What's good? I'm Crystal. That's Maxwell. This is Z100 one side of our Hackensack Meridian Health Artist Interview Lounge with Giveon.
Yes.
What's up, man? Yeah, round of applause from the room, y'all.
Thank
Your
you.
sweater is matching our wall decor out here. Look at you.
Spot on.
Wait. Also, can we get a nail cam real quick? Giveon, you have the fresh, Gelsies. What is going on?
I just like to stay clean and just
Okay.
smell good and feel good.
It's about that. It's about that.
That's
Gentlemen,
it.
if you don't
noticed
take care of your manicure, your pedicure situation, is it safe to say you're not a gentleman?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, he has a nice gel top coat. I can see top coat gel from miles away.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, bro?
I'm amazing. I'm just so grateful just because, and this is my first time being able to really get out and talk about music because when I dropped my first just body work, it was 2020.
Yeah.
So
to be in the middle of this pandemic and to want to talk about it, to want to share your stories, and then have the world be on pause for a minute. That had to been.
It was challenging, but I was just patient.
Yeah.
And grateful for the opportunity, especially for songs like this. Even if you hear them with no context, I feel like the lyrics do a lot of the heavy lifting.
Yeah.
But if I could get out and preface it before people listen,
Okay.
it'll enhance the listening experience by like 10.
And by the way, man, people need to hear your voice like this, dude. They need to hear your talking voice, man.
Yeah, they just hear me singing.
Yeah, they hear your talking voice. Matter of fact, if anybody can in the party can get a collab with the Calm app, man, oh my God, on something.
Please. No, I would love to.
Now we're going to get to the business first and then to the music right after. We have to talk about all the fun things you've been doing. You were on Jimmy Fallon last night here in New York City. How was
My first
that?
time sitting down. It's crazy because it doesn't make sense. So I'm doing all of my first at once, but it just seems like all of the firsts are at the highest level.
Yeah.
So it has to be perfect because it's so many eyeballs.
Now, when you think about that, is there a lot of responsibility? Do you hold that in so much and think about, man, as you said, having to be perfect and trying to be perfect, but maybe you're not perfect. You know, what's it like to be in those moments where you want to be your best self, but sometimes it's tough. You know what I mean? Do you allow yourself to have those moments?
For me personally, I don't put too much pressure. Like,
right on.
Because at the end of the day, it's really not that serious.
Yeah.
Like, it's like first world problems. It's just music.
Yes.
I think society and just everyone puts so much pressure on something that's it's not that serious.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that because I love how you're making light of what happened on stage at the BET Awards.
Yeah,
I mean, we all know there must have been something going on because even you, while you're performing, was like, this ain't right. And you let us know on Twitter, like, yo, Lil Nas X, they're out for us, bro. Like, what happened there?
I just wanted to just crack a joke and make light of the situation.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's tricky because in the moment, I heard it and I was like, it's obviously a technical difficulty. But it's not as obvious as I would think because common music knowledge and technicalities, the vast majority has no idea what that is.
Bro.
So right when it happened, I'm like, oh, people know that was a technical difficulty. They gave me the wrong mic. The mic was set in a completely different key.
Yeah.
So no matter what words came out of my mouth, it was going to be in G and the song is in B. So even if I'm singing in B, the mic is going to come out in G.
In G, no matter what.
No matter what. So I thought it'd just be like, oh, it's common sense, but it didn't really
translate
for sure.
And so what did BET have to say about that? Did they say anything? Have you heard from them?
They probably have. I haven't yet because I've been so in this mode. That was like,
keep it pushing.
The very next day, like I couldn't even process it. But me personally, I didn't think it was just like, it was just it's whatever.
Well, let me tell you, to folks who have seen your show, damn it, there are every single note on that you can hold, that you can carry.
Yes.
And many times you don't even have to sing because everybody in the venue is singing for you,
just
man.
Point the mic out.
Yeah. What is it like to be in those moments, to share your stories, but to be, so confident in your sound and your stories, but also to see the world really wrap their arms around your songs and around what you're telling us?
It's amazing. It's crazy to hear. So obviously I would, if I'm doing a show and they're singing all the words to Heartbreak Anniversary or For Tonight and songs like that, I'm like, I kind of expected that.
Yeah.
But when they're singing like B-sides,
Dog. when everybody's dipping into July 16th now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how, you know what I'm saying? What are those moments from the
I'm
stage?
just like, oh wow, that's just like, it's crazy because that means you're listening to a complete body of work in a time where most people just listen to singles.
Yeah.
But the people at my shows, the brilliant, amazing people at my shows, they play it from top to bottom.
It's because you're giving us words to connect to. How do you love the way that this album has come together? It's a story. I mean, you're talking to Mom on this, what's it like? How you feeling about the way it's come together, bro?
Yeah, I think I'm so happy with the idea that it has a beginning, middle, and end.
Yeah,
I think that's one of the most important part to telling a story, just in general. And the concept really is just. So on my last project, I have a song, and my mom was on there, and she said, "Why is it so hard to reach you?" Because it's just like, as a young man moving out of the house, you're probably not talking to your mom as much, not intentionally. It's just you're moving around. So this is me responding to her, and we're finally having that conversation that she wanted to have. And that's why I decided to have no features, because I just wanted it to be her and myself, and that it's just a full conversation.
Is she getting some royalties from that?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, Mom gets all the
She
royalties.
definitely is retired. Yeah.
She retired now.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Is that the
That's
give and take
huge.
relationship there that, that is the pun intended with the album title, the give and take is knowing how much to give, what to take, and,
Exactly.
and having these moments with Mom, you know what I mean? I got to slow down it sometimes.
Yeah, it's really that. And with love and relationships, is, are you a giver in a relationship? Are you a taker? Also, just in the new space that I am now, it's like I'm probably going for the next week or two, if I do any interview, BET is going to come up.
Yeah.
It's also like, how much energy do I give that, and how much, and what do I take away from it?
Yeah.
So I think it's just like, that's my motto.
Yo, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's talking about it. We had to ask.
Yeah,
now,
no, of
we
course.
want to ask about your tour because you are touring everywhere and you're getting to
Yes.
see people. I'm sure when you were working on your project in 2022, you were like, dang, one day maybe I could tour and people will sing my songs. And it's
So crazy.
It's happening now. Like, is it what you expected? Is it tough? How are you balancing everything?
So I kind of went into it expecting it to be for there to be a certain level of discomfort, especially for a new artist touring.
Wow.
And I hear all the stories of just the hotel situations, just the logistics of it. But I mean, I've been blessed enough to right out of the gate to have a platinum body of work.
Yeah.
Multiple platinum.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
4-time platinum
Yes,
songs.
congratulations. You
2-time
deserve.
platinum
You say
song.
them all. You deserve them all, man.
Yeah,
You say
so it's
them all.
like, I hate to say it, but my first tour was a lot more comfortable than a lot of people's first tours.
Yeah.
So I love it.
And that's because of your work. That's because
Yes.
everyone's connecting with you and loving what you put out in your music.
Bro,
Yeah, so
I
I'm
was
just like,
I was at the show in New York, and
Irving Plaza.
Irving Plaza was
Wow.
it was a movement.
You caught one of my favorite shows.
When I tell you, we were up top and the balcony was bouncing. when I say, I promise you, I was standing next to a dude and his woman at the show, and the amount of times I heard her scream, "I love you, Giveon!" And
Yeah,
I'm looking at
so
her
it's like-
guy, and I'm like, "Bro, this is the stuff that you do because
Yeah.
it is so passionate. Your words are really resonating. So that's why I wanted to encourage you to say that the double platinum, the gold, the platinum, the platinum, the
Yeah.
triple platy. Say all those with your
Million
chest.
views.
You deserve that. Yeah, it's really those things. So to be on the road again, it's got to be
It's
one of these
so-
situations that you're looking so forward to.
And it's just, I'm a very, it could appear to be overnight, but it's not. I was a server for 5 years.
Oh, nice. What kind of restaurant? I was a server too.
Bubblegum Shrimp Company.
Wow.
Bubba Gums. Which one?
I'm my hometown, Long Beach.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yo, would you have any like nightmare stories at Bubba Gumps? Any
Not-
like terrible? Because they be getting hella packed. People get really ruthless.
I mean, I was just in there like, I don't plan on staying here for long, even though I ended up for 5 years. So anything that happened,
I was a server for
anything
5
that
years.
happened, I would just laugh at it. Like, it was just weird stuff that had happened. Like, someone would come in the Lost and Found, and that Lost and Found will have a cane. I'm like, how'd you get out of here? Yeah, like you didn't notice that new
Reading glasses.
you didn't notice that extra limp. You can't you have an extra limp. So it would be like just like weird stuff like that. And then Nah, it was just fun. I met some of my best friends there.
That's good to hear.
Yeah.
You know what I always say is that everyone should work like in the service industry because then you
100%.
know how to treat people.
Yeah.
Exactly, and you know how to deal with chaos. And I credit a lot of my zen in the space to just knowing how to deal with it.
How's your tipping game? Like, since you were a server, you do tip a little more now and you know how to treat them right?
Definitely. Like 25 or something like that.
There you
Easy.
go.
Like,
Yeah.
easy.
But then I go overseas and it's not even a tip line.
Right?
Facts.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Crystal out to Europe at some point in time. She hasn't traveled out the country, but yeah, it's weird.
Well,
Just
I've been
put
to
you on
South
blast.
America.
Just put you
He's like,
definitely
okay,
on
excuse
blast.
me.
Well, I'm
chill.
saying,
Never been anywhere.
Well, in Europe, you know what I'm saying? Like we're trying, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mexico was. We talked about that before, but just like getting over to Europe and into the UK and all that stuff.
So different.
It's so different. It's not a thing, and you know what I mean. You feel almost bad that you want to get a person tip, but then you don't, and then they're like, "No, but you really don't have to." And
It's just like we're so when I was a server, we lived off of our tips.
Yeah.
Because the expenses in America is so high compared to just the wages.
Our wage was like minimum. That's all,
Minimum.
yeah.
So, but I guess they have a better system where you can have like they don't live to work.
nah. That's another part of it.
Yeah, like we live to work here.
That's the tricky part about growing up here in the States. One of the tricky parts, man. Let's circle back to this album, man. There's so much vulnerability in these songs. How difficult is it sometimes to relive these stories, or has it been, super therapeutic where you got it out there? Yeah, you almost hit that comment, but you got it out there into the world, and now you've released it.
Yeah, no, it's easy.
Okay.
For me because I use it as a form of therapy.
Awesome.
So whenever I have like an inconvenience in life, I'll go write a song about it and I'll instantly feel better. That's why I get the question a lot, why don't you have any happier songs? Because when I'm happy, I'm not writing about it. I'm not in a studio.
Like, you want to live happy.
I want to maintain the happiness.
Yeah.
So I'm just taking in the moment. And then, it's extremely therapeutic.
Love to hear that.
How do you do that? What makes you happy? What do you do to make sure that you're on that track of keeping it positive if your outlet is your music?
I try to make sure my happiness and my stimulation come from like the most mundane, simple things in life. That way, it's always that way. So like literally family and friends, watching a good show.
What do you like to watch?
I just finished Stranger Things, like the final one, volume 1.
Cannot wait, man.
So good. I'm waiting. July 1st.
Yeah, the first days away, fam.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
What else did I watch before that?
Do you scroll a lot? Are you on TikTok and stuff?
I get addicted. I try, but I recognize when I'm getting addicted to TikTok, so I'll like take a break from it. But TikTok is so funny.
I
though.
know, it's so good.
It's so funny in time, but I love it on the airport. Like the flight, I used to hate the New York, LA, New York.
Going back and forth. Yep.
But TikTok makes it fly by.
Yeah, 5 hours, 6 hours. You're just on there scrolling.
Yeah, I'll save an album. I love to listen to music. I listen to music all day.
Really?
Yeah, like all day.
Who would the world be surprised to, or who would you be surprised to know maybe has your album on their playlist? Like, who's one of your favorite artists that you'd be like, damn, you're a friend, you're a friend of mine and a fan of mine? The roles are reversed. Like, who would that person be for you?
I think Drake always. Yeah, always. It's just like
Drake.
It's just like what?
Yeah.
And the fact that I have 2 songs with him already.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
That's sick.
Do those things ever become real to you?
If I sit back and really just like look at it, I think I have to see a flash of me before. Like when I sat down with Jimmy Fallon, always mix them up.
Yeah.
He brought up Bubba Gump, and I was in the I also used to be in the shrimp suit.
Bam.
I have to get
I used
in
to
the
dress
shrimp
up
suit.
like Chuck E. Cheese, bro. So I feel that.
I worked at Chuck E. Cheese for like a month.
Oh
I didn't
God.
count that because
Bubba
it was
Gump
so short.
was yeah.
And I had to get in that as well, but they just put me in this shit. I mean, sorry. So he pulled out the picture and he shows it, and I'm in the shrimp suit going like this. And there's a moment where me and Jimmy Fallon lean over on the couch and we're doing this, and then like someone sent me a picture of me doing that on Jimmy Fallon, and I was just like, yo, it's just like, wow. So we're just like, it's just crazy.
Wow.
So stuff like that, when I see it directly right next to each other,
Yes.
I'm just like, whoa.
You've done everything to deserve those moments.
Yeah, you were singing to people at Bubba Gum's happy birthday. Now you're singing on stages.
Yeah. And everything is like step by step. So even the Urban Plaza show you went to, I'll be back in New York in August. I'm doing Radio City the 19th and the 20th.
Yes.
Come on, both. So I'm just gonna be like,
no tickets available.
Congrats.
If y'all didn't, if you didn't buy them and win them, like, you can't get them.
Yeah, sold out. So I'm just like, wow.
Yes.
You did it. You deserve it.
So.
That's facts, man. This album is beautiful, dude. Again, much soul in your voice. The world knows it. I'm not saying anything that no one has told you before, but just the ability to be willing to open up, to share who you are, and let us take from these stories and connect to them the way that we do as fans. That's just the most beautiful thing about music.
And
man.
the thing about this album too, I tried to get a little more specific, but not too specific, because I understand that people are going to take these stories and apply them to themselves.
Yeah.
So I don't want to specify too much. Like sometimes, like I have a song on there about me, just like locking eyes with a girl while I was performing in Houston.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure if I even wanted to make songs like that.
This will do.
Yeah, exactly. It leads right into This Will Do.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, that's such a me specific story to me. Like, would that be okay? Even if I don't know how many people can relate to being on stage. And, you know what I mean?
But we can relate to locking eyes with somebody in passing, or on a train, or
the ride in the sewer. Yeah,
it could be one of those two. It's happened to you before.
Yeah, so I just was like, you know what? I'm gonna just peel back the layer slowly, and maybe even for the next one, I'll probably even peel back a little more.
We're here for it, family.
We respect that. We love the relatability, but we also love hearing your true self and what you got going on. So thank you so much for stopping by our Hackensack Meridian Hellfire's Interview Lounge at Z100. One more time for Giveon.
Yes.
And we'll see you back in August for your sold out shows at Radio City Music Hall.
Sneak us in the show.
Yeah.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.